it's Kales, and I'm back on the booktubes, and so I'm gonna do this tag because I feel like I should do it before November starts, as it is the NaNoWriMo Tag. For those of you who don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it starts for National Novel Writing Month, and there's a bunch of booktubers that are like doing writing tube, and they're talking about NaNoWriMo and participating in NaNoWriMo. Basically, try and write a novel in a month, and or at least 50,000 words. Some resemblance of a novel. It's just a great community to get people together and write, and that's exciting. And I've only ever done it once, but we're gonna keep trying because November just always seems to be a really busy, inconvenient month for me to try and write a novel. And this particular November is not looking any better, but we're gonna try! Cause why not? I was tagged in this NaNoWriMo tag by Emily Hornberg, and I will link her down below, and I think it was begun by Christina, and I will link her original tag down below as well, and I'm gonna stop babbling and go ahead and get this started. Question number 1 is, how many times have you done NaNoWriMo? I already answered this once. Officially. Like, I've written a lot in my life, just actually participating and like keeping track of my word counts and things once. Question number 2 is, how did you learn about NaNoWriMo? And I kind of like feel like I always kind of knew about it, but I distinctly remember like learning it was a thing through Nerdfighteria and watching like the Vlogbrothers videos and just getting involved in that community. But like I said, November was always a really difficult month for me in order to try and get something started because I just would write all the time, but the idea of like focusing it all in one jam-packed month was really hard for me, and so I never really did it until last year. And then even last year I kind of cheated in the sense of I started in October and just like kept track of how many words I wrote each day, and then when I couldn't write in November I just like would transfer those words over. I still use the same like 30 days, it just was kind of broken up over the course of 2 months. Question number 3 is, what is the name of the first novel that you wrote? Tentative title is The Smoking Ghost, but I don't like that title, and yet I can't figure out another thing to name it. Question number 4, give us a 1-sentence summary of what you're working on this year. It's essentially finish The Smoking Ghost. I think I got to 38,000 words, and then now I'm up somewhere around like 47,000 words, and I need to still finish it. I have a plot outline now though, like I actually know where I'm going because I'm totally a pantster in this stuff. Like, but then once I get it going and then I'm like, oh, I actually have to end this. What do I do? And then I make a plot. But I'm totally a pantster when I start. For those of you who don't know what a pantster versus a plotter is, check out Sarah Ella's video. It's a great video and explains it much better than I'm gonna take the time to do. If you want a summary of what the book's about, it's a 1-sentence summary. Juniper Knox is descended from a long line of gypsies and accidentally calls up a ghost to help her with her history homework, and things go wrong from there. Yeah, that sounds about right. Question number 5, what is the best writing advice that you've ever gotten? You don't have to write every day, but you should. Question number 6, have you ever taken a year off of NaNoWriMo? Not really? Yes? The first 22 Novembers of my life? Question number 7, what is your biggest inspiration when trying to start writing? And for me, it's images. I'm not a big novel writer, which is another reason why I think this is difficult for me. I write plays and movies and dialogue, and writing descriptions of what characters are feeling or doing, I'm like, what? I have to do that in a novel, huh? That's a little different for me. When I'm writing pretty much anything though, I like to start from images, like for instance, the Smoking Ghost image. I had this image of a very pale, almost translucent woman at a window, holding a cigarette in her hand like this and staring out of the window, and I was just like, who is she? Where does she come from? So on and so forth, and also conversations kind of start from there, and it was like someone asked her to put her cigarette out and she was like, no. Yeah, and she was smoking indoors. But then like other images I've had of like plays that I've started of a woman like lying on her stomach on the counter, reaching her hand into the sink. I once wrote a whole play based off of like 12 different images, and yeah, so I like images, and then I like to figure out where they come from, what they're doing there, and who's talking to them. Question number 8 is, what is the first sentence of your novel? I didn't mean to do it. And finally, question number 9, why do you love writing? Well, it's a great way to get the voices that are in my head out of my head. No, but in all reality, I love stories and people, and I love sharing stories with other people, and for me, this is one of the most effective ways to do it. So if you're doing NaNoWriMo, I tag you to do this. Like other people I know that do it, like Rebecca, Why Mermaids, or Sarah Ella. If you guys haven't done this tag, then do it. Great. My friend Courtney can do it too. Somehow, some way. So yeah, basically if you're doing NaNoWriMo and you haven't done this tag yet, I tag you, and feel free to put my name on it. I'd be more than happy to watch it and see what your answers are. Also, I'll link like my info down below so you can buddy me. I don't know how far I'll get, and so I'm just gonna keep working on the same novel I was working on last year. We're up to the task! Yay! Until next time, guys, bye. Question number 1 is, let's look at my question sheet. NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo.